when the team gets sold, the new stadium decision will be among the first order of business for this new ownership and what they're going to do. We are now 3 years into the Walton Penner family ownership group experience, okay? If that was priority number one and you don't think the wheels are in motion 3 years after the fact, I think you're absolutely crazy. So while we have not been told that there's going to be a new stadium, and I do believe it's going to be outside of the Denver Metro, which I know upsets a lot of people, including yourself. Not trying to do that here on a Monday.
I'm not going to beat you up today, Zach. I don't have it in me today. I don't have the fight in me today to argue with you. But also, I can't argue with somebody that I think is right. Like Zach, it's going to happen. We've talked about this multiple times. Why would it not happen? As an owner, richest owner in the NFL, can buy anything he wants. Why is he paying rent for his team?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Okay. And I love the first line in Jake Shapiro's article at denversports.com about this. I'll just read you the first sentence. It's not if, but when for a new Denver Broncos stadium, and everyone seems to know it. Okay. And so Greg Penner out there talking to the media, and the topic of either a retractable roof or just a dome came up, all right? And Greg said, quote, that's definitely one of the options we're evaluating, whether it be a dome or retractable roof. That's in the consideration set, end quote.
Did my man just slip up? Did he? I mean,
I don't know if that's slipping up, but that's tipping your hand a little bit. That if you are to the point where you are discussing whether your new stadium is going to be open or not really open roof, or retractable, or just a closed dome, tells you all you need to know about how advanced the conversations are.
But if you're going to do a new stadium, it has to be a retractable roof. That's the new and improved way of doing it. And it's the easiest way to have best of both worlds. When it's cold and you want to have the Final Four in town, you could put that roof up. When it's nice and beautiful like it is a lot here in Denver, you can open it up. That's the beauty of this. So if Greg is going to do this, which we both believe it's going to happen, guys, it's going to happen. Do it the right way. Retractable roof. Come on now.
Penner said, quote, I don't always agree with what the opinions are, but when you have fans like our fan base, they're going to be passionate and have strong views. And I would never want that to go away. We put that survey out on the stadium a year or two ago, and it was completely mixed on what fans wanted. All right? Where the site of this possibly roofed mega building will be, just about anyone's guess. All right? But Penner mentioned a new jurisdiction today when he noted Aurora. Quote, we're continuing our diligence. It's complex. We haven't ruled anything out. We're still looking at our current site, other sites around Denver, Lone Tree, Aurora. We don't have a set timetable for making a decision. We have a lease that ends at a certain date, and we can focus on that. But it could be something that happens earlier than that date. Or we could be in our current stadium for longer. We don't have a set timetable at this point, end quote. So
what this is telling me is it's going to happen, but it may not happen here sooner than we think. Like, we're thinking like, hey, they got 5 years left on the lease, and they're going to have to move. You talked about it earlier, Zach, a couple of weeks ago, where it's like, hey, if they're not ready, they can sign another one year lease, 2-year lease until it is ready.
Yep.
But the fact that Greg Penner is out here talking about locations.
Right.
And now you add to the mix Aurora. By the way, that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
Aurora, Colorado, baby.
Shout out.
It's just interesting. But is it another, we talked about before, it's like, I really want to be in Lone Tree, but they're playing hardball with me. So let me go ahead and add another name.
Maybe.
So that they can see and say, okay, so there's another place in the mix.
Yeah.
Let's get down to business.
Maybe so. But again, what have we learned today? that they're literally talking about either a closed dome stadium or a retractable roof, and we have a new potential site in Aurora. Now, isn't that land out by the airport technically Aurora?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
It's like the land out there is technically Aurora, but there's more land in Aurora too that hasn't been touched just yet, and maybe it's going to be done over there. I'm like you. I like, where is this going to be put? It has to be big enough to where not only do you have a stadium, but you can have the hotel, the stores, the bars, the clubs, because it's going to be a full event over there. It's actually not just a stadium.
No, it's going to be a little city. It's going to be a little city. It's going to be they call them districts. It's going to be a stadium
It's going to
district.
be a district.
And if there's a club out there in the old Great Western Forum where the Lakers used to play, when it was Jerry Buss running the team, they had the Forum Club. And the Lakers would get done with their games, shower up, do the press conference, and then sequence into the club without ever having to leave the arena.
See, that's kind of Jerry's world for you. The club's right there, literally on site.
That's crazy. And as the story goes, like, you would have lower level players that weren't stars, that didn't have to do the press conference, that would try to get into the Great Western Forum or get into the Forum Club as quick as possible, because they said when Magic came, he was inviting every girl that looked good into his booth, and it'd be like 10, 12 of them. And so if you didn't get in early,
get in when you can, get in where you fit in.
If you couldn't get in early, if you were a lower level player, you were going to be out of luck because Magic was coming. It was only a matter of time. No pun. So
dance with yourselves.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we learned that. Okay. And again, a lot of people are having a problem with this. 90 text messages just came in the last 9 minutes here since we started this segment. Is the name the Aurora Broncos? I understand. I understand, guys. But this is becoming more and more normal. This is not going to be the only example. It's going to be the umpteenth example by the time that this thing gets done, where the city of the name of the team does not necessarily match where the stadium is.
It's going to be the Denver Broncos. It will forever be the Denver Broncos, just a different location. And we're going to have to get used to it. We're going to have to be okay being uncomfortable with what's going on. But it's going to be fun once it's all done. Once we go there and we get to sit there and enjoy a football game, we're winning games now. That's what this is all about. And when it gets cold, I'm expecting the retractable roof.
Me too.
And so now you don't have to have your coat on all day. You're going to be able to have your shirt off, enjoying the game in warm weather. The players are going to love it. Like, it's going to be okay, guys.
Yep, it will be. And Dante just asked in my ear, is there any chance that they could get turned into the Colorado Broncos? I would just say no. It's a fair question. There has been actually people in the past that have proposed that idea, that like, hey, this state is so much more than just Denver. Let's call them the Colorado Broncos. That's what we call our hockey team. They're not the Denver Avalanche. They're the Colorado Avalanche. They are never going to change the hallmark heritage brand that is the Denver Broncos. That will never, ever happen.
It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Denver Broncos, and that's how it's always going to be.
All right, fun conversation. It's an interesting conversation. It's not fun for everyone, right? It's not fun for everyone. But again, more details emerging. If you're just joining us, Aurora, a potential build spot for a new stadium, along with Lone Tree. And also being considered a full dome stadium or one with a retractable roof as well.